everybody, this is Francesco Abbruzzino with Suncoast News and Scoop. I tend not to read articles, and I would put a link to this one I'm covering right now, but it's for subscribers only, and a lot of people don't subscribe to the Herald. But it's this guy, Zach Anderson. He's an idiot. He's very left-leaning. No matter how good something is, if it's from the right or left, he'll find a way to put a negative spin on it. You know, I'm an opinion guy. That's what I am. Zach is a journalist. He's supposed to go down and just cover the facts. And what he does is, like on this article, he covers the facts in a negative manner, and that's how you can tell their political leanings. I'll show you an example in a second. But he's talking about Ken Mayo, who's a conservative guy out there with the Republican Party. How he's part of this American project located here in Venice. You got people, he's the VP of it. I believe Michael Flynn is the president of it, and Joe Flynn's on there. And then the Overstock CEO, Patrick Barn, who contributed a lot of money to it and is basically giving this thing legs. And he said, one of his lines is, the American project and its leaders seem eager to take the GOP by storm and push it further to the right towards embracing Trump's unfounded election fraud claims, resisting the COVID public mandate, and fighting the school cultural wars. You can tell right away where he's coming from, the left. What is wrong with some of this stuff? Resisting the public health mandates, the health tyranny that has been placed on us for over, 2 years now? The health tyranny that's mandating we go out and get vaccines that have been proven to be not totally effective. And right now, Omicron, most people are with vaccines that are in the hospitals and are getting it worse than the people without them. They discount natural immunity, which is unheard of. There's numerous issues on the VAR system, which I think reports less than 1% because it's just difficult to get the stuff on there. And I've been on there. I've shared VARs with you guys before. There's over 1 million people with issues related to getting the vaccines. There's over 21,000 deaths with people related to the vaccine. Yet none of this stuff gets out. There's Dr. Malone, the guy that's basically, they deemed the inventor, the guy that came up with the mRNA vaccine. He's come down very negatively on it, especially when it comes to kids and different issues. They suppressed him. They're calling him a nut job now because he's going out against the narrative. What they don't tell you is hospitals are making a ton of money. Hospitals don't want this pandemic to end. The doctors and nurses might, but not the administrators. I'm in medical billing. That's my job. This is a hobby, the Scoop. I can tell you that over 20 years, I get to CPTs. I know hospitals are making a freaking killing off COVID. And that's why they diagnose it. If you come in with a motorcycle accident, but they test and you got COVID, guess what? COVID. They make a lot more money. Pharmaceuticals making a mint. Also, pharmaceuticals are putting pressure on these admins and these hospitals and these doctors, and they're not going to come out against them. There's doctors that are threatening their license. If you come out against them, or if you come out with natural immunities or any other options, they'll threaten to take your license away. They'll try to shut your business down. They'll call you a crazy nut job, the medical tyranny. But God forbid if you resist that. God forbid, whatever happened to science being opinions where you get out and talk about everything instead of silencing the voices. Fighting the school culture wars. God forbid if you're against CRT in the schools. God forbid if you're against masking kids so they can't breathe all day, and something masking been proven ineffective. But yet still you have people that want the mask. Study after study after study. Fauci himself, before advocating masks, was talking about how useless they were. And I'm primarily talking about these ridiculous cloth masks. Now they said, oh yeah, you don't want the cloth masks, you need these N95s or KN95s. Yet nobody's calling them out, saying, wait a second, for 2 years you said cloth were fine. Now you're telling me they're not fine? Stand up, get a voice. Why are you sitting here saying it's resisting? They're calling attention to the absurdity of it. Give me a break, Zach. God, this guy's an idiot. What else does he talk about? Embracing unfounded election fraud claims. There's been a ton of those that prove inaccurate. I think it's Ohio. I'll have to find the article. If I do, I'll embed it on here, where they decided to withdraw their 10 electoral votes. I don't think it was Ohio. Which state was it? But this was just the other day, from Biden because of election inconsistencies. There's inconsistencies throughout. Now, what a lot of the left is basing it upon is they're saying, well, the Republicans, many in there said, let it go, Biden won. That's because there are a lot of rhinos that are against the issues, the narratives, the projects that Trump was pushing, because it interrupted with the power, financial and political power that they have. And you don't want to mess with that. And that's why they're interfering with a lot of these issues. I mean, I've read and posted numerous after numerous issues that are concerning about our election process. So to sit there and say you're a nut job because you're not embracing, because you're embracing election concerns, give me a break. And I got to tell you guys, I'm not a huge Trump guy. I can't stand the fact that Trump's pushing the vaccine. I can't stand the fact that Trump didn't do anything to stand up against big tech. I lost in a national social media news site of 750,000 people, and Trump did nothing. And they said because they didn't like the information I was communicating out there. It was right-leaning, obviously. I'm tell everyone I'm right-leaning. And they didn't like it, so they shut it down. Where was Trump on that? So the list goes on, and I've always told people, out of over 300 million people, Trump, Clinton, Biden are the best we can come up with to run our country? Are you kidding me? So be it. But so this guy's just basically going on a warpath, just attacking the American project, General Flynn, Barn, and everything else that he can on there. In my opinion, it's not worth reading. And what it did do, though, is bring attention to the American project for a lot of individuals. My understanding, what they do is they write essays, they write articles, basically about their ideology, about their thoughts on different things, the election, maybe the medical tyranny, the mask. They might look at candidates and study them and write their opinion on them, but they're not necessarily coming out in full support, I believe. What we're going to do now, though, is we're going to go over to Michael Flynn, in his own words, say what it's all about. So we're going to bring you over to the screen. Hold on one second. Let me get it set up real quick here. And this is on Rumble. Rumble's also moved here to Sarasota. So you'll see a lot of conservative voices on there because they're like Dan Bongino getting kicked off or banned from YouTube. So let's go ahead to that screen and get you guys going.
After the 3 November 2020 presidential election, Americans woke up to the stark reality that our great nation was under a new type of attack. This attack didn't come with mortars or bullets, but was an assault on our sacred election process. Since then, Americans everywhere have had to ask themselves if they really believe that our election was true and fair. We are in a time of large-scale government corruption, and many have lost faith in our institutions. That's why we formed the America Project for you and for the nation. The America Project was formed by a group of fellow patriots who are building the most pro-freedom and pro-America network ever known. The America Project will connect you with organizations, churches, small businesses, and individuals to help you win for America. The America Project is about actions and results. Join our team today. God bless you, and God bless America.
Got to get on the right screen. How about all that flag waving, the patriotism, the fireworks? That's got to drive Zach Anderson with the Herald nuts. He's got to hate that stuff. So be it. So, Zach Anderson, gotta love the idiot. All right, everybody. This has been Francesco Abbruzzino with the Suncoast News and Scoop.